Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Linder from Keller Harville Elementary. Today we're going to be making these colorful castles inspired by artist Paul Klee. Paul Klee was born in Switzerland and lived a lot of his life in Germany. He created a lot of artworks and he was also an art teacher. We're going to use Paul Klee's artwork like this one and also his very famous one titled Castle and Sun as inspiration to make our own castle artwork today. Let's gather our supplies. You will need some paper, some black paint, or any color paint that you have is fine. If you don't have any paint, you could try this with a stamp pad. I think that would work. And you'll also need a few cardboard pieces in different sizes. You can see this is just an Amazon box that I had laying around my house that I cut into a few different pieces. All right, so we're gonna take these cardboard pieces and you notice that I have different sizes, and that's for a reason because we're gonna be using this bottom edge to stamp different sizes of lines. We're gonna use these lines on our paper to create shapes. So I'm gonna just put it into the black paint here. Maybe try it out on my plate first and then use it on my paper to start creating a castle. So I'm stamping a line, stamping another line, getting a little more paint, and then I'm gonna make this line longer. I'm gonna create kind of like a roof, angled roof up here. So I have my first tower. I'm gonna get a different piece of cardboard, one that's a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna keep adding to my castle by stamping more lines, creating more shapes. I might even add a little bit of designs in here, but I'm gonna keep them simple and I'm gonna keep them as basic shapes because that is what Paul Klee did in his work. We have the castle done, now we need to think about the sun. So you can find round objects to print with around your house. I had a paper towel tube or this bottle cap. I like the size of the bottle cap better, so I'm gonna use that to just stamp in a circular sun. I like it. So now we have wet paint. We're going to need to let this dry for a little bit, but I want us to take a look at some of the types of lines that we use to create this castle today. You can see that we use vertical lines, lines that go up and down. We used horizontal lines, lines that go straight across, and we also use diagonal lines. These lines created shapes. I see triangles, rectangles, and trapezoids. What shapes do you see in your castle? Now my paint is dry and I went and got some crayons. You can use crayons or whatever other colored media you have on hand. I am going to choose or divide my crayons into warm colors and cool colors. And I'm going to choose warm or cool to do my castle and then do the background in the opposite color scheme. So I think today I'm going to do my castle in cool colors, colors like green and blue and purple. And I'm going to do my background in warm colors like orange, red, pink. Okay, so I have my castle done. It's all done in cool colors, so I'm going to use warm colors to start coloring in my background. Now you could just choose one or two warm colors to fill in your background with, or you could do what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to use a lot of different warm colors and I'm going to just section them off into different shapes and different size areas to be able to use a lot of different warm colors and to just make it more interesting, almost like a cubist background. Remember, if you used warm colors for your castle, you'd want to do the opposite for your background. Now that our castles are finished, I hope you're happy and proud of the artwork that you created today. I'm really proud of you for making it with me, and I had so much fun. Thanks for joining me.